This week in Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, our favorite trio comes up with a promotional video for a robot club for an upcoming cultural festival. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? My name is DJ Milez and I'm here to review the latest episode of Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. This is episode 5. An Iron Giant appears, and before we begin with this review, if you can go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel for more anime content. And now let's go ahead and talk about this review because wow, this anime keeps on putting a huge grin in my face. Asakusa pulling a MacGyver in this episode, to even Mizusaki crying and, feeling emotionally sympathetic along with the head member of the Robots Club Committee, because the things that they sometimes wish and fantasize about, they can never get, right? I mean, man, you gotta pour one out for the guy who really just wants to be in a Gundam. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, hey, Mecha Animes, what happened with them? Gundam Wing was always one of those introductory shows that you would watch when you first dive deep into anime, and you're like, whoa, like this is really cool. And even now, when I say the word Gundam, you guys are probably thinking about the one main Gundam that we all think about, right? But whatever happened to that? And when you feel for him, I also feel for Mizusaki because he always tried to do a Hadouken every night and it never comes out. I wish I could do a Hadouken too, but let's be real. How many of you have always gone to a mirror at the end of every Dragon Ball Z episode and you do this and you say Kameha, you look up, you gotta go all the way out and you gotta yell as loud as you can, because even if you shout loud enough, hey, who knows, maybe your eyes are gonna start turning aqua blue, your hair is gonna turn yellow, and you're a Super Saiyan. Don't tell me none of you have ever thought about that too, right? So, oh, alas, I feel bad for the guy in the Robot Club and for Mizusaki here. Because I wish I could do a Hadouken, turn into a Super Saiyan, or even ride a Gundam, right? So it's just those little things that they bring, which is so meta to me when I watch the show, just puts a huge grin on my face. And I love that. The show about loving anime and just loving the process of what these girls think about with their wild and vivid imaginations. It's just such a treat to watch. Not only that, we actually even see the production side where, okay, the girls got their first landing gig, right? So everyone was impressed with the girl with the machete facing off against that tank in last week's episode. And now what do we see in this week's episode? We see the Robot Club with a bit of a budget that they want to hire these girls to come up with a promotional video for an upcoming cultural festival where they have to put their ideas together and say, hey, come up with this robot short, right? And I even like where we see the early beginnings of what the robot was in Asakusa Mizusaki's head. And just so many rough drafts where it started out purple and then it ended up being completed with this blue shiny look. But it was very highly detailed, and I think that's something even Kanamori, because she's the one that always has to give it to them straight, that can they do something so highly detailed and not stress themselves out, because there's a lot of moving parts involved, especially when you think about robots in general, right? I mean, okay, are we talking about robots, a basic transformer, or are we talking the Iron Giant type of robot, or are we talking about, Gundams here, right? So there's many ideas that are sparked throughout this episode, and I love seeing the girls just kind of put their heads together to fine tune what could be the potential robot that they want to make in this promotional video for the Robot Club. My favorite scene in this episode was when Kanamori was knocking on the Robots Club Committee, and they were slowly waiting to come in to give them their sales pitch idea. And then they stumble upon the main guy with the Robots Club say, take down the Eizouken. Okay, let me take a picture. Click, click, click. Because what does this look like? It looks like you're trying to take down another club committee? Yeah, that's not going to go well with the student board or the student council, is it? So I love how Kanamori immediately blackmails them. But again, why do we see the main member of the Robots Club so upset? Is because he's so passionate about getting this project or getting this short to look really good. But even when they clash, the Robots Club and our favorite trio here, there's lots of things to consider. And even when people are thinking about, oh, why would a guy just jump into a robot and, evacuate people or even shoot things down when a tank can do that, and that's just much easier to animate. It gives you a lot to think about just mecha animes in general, right? And another part of my favorite moments is Kanamori. Kanamori, I think, is quickly becoming my favorite character in the show because she always lays the smackdown and the truths to these girls. Would you rather get paid and do a consistent quality job, or would you rather get paid no money and then do a lousy job? Some things to keep in perspective here, and if you want to keep that mind sharp, for the most part, I don't know about you, if I got paid to do something, I'm gonna try it at least a little better to put more effort into it, as opposed to doing something for free than being lazy with it. Because if I'm not getting paid, then why would I bother putting a lot of time and effort into making this craft, especially if it's anime? If you want people to appreciate your work, it needs to see the light of day. Again, something else that Kanamori is always bringing out of Asakusa, even when she wants to create her little drawings, because we've seen in earlier episodes that this girl has a vivid imagination. And I do love Asakusa's mind, where we get the crab and the turtle, and then even how she breaks down this potential crab toll could do, right? Where it closes its claws and then the shockwaves come out of it. And because of its original size, if we think about the size of it being, 20 feet, then that means it should have like 500 times the power to do this or that, right? Just so highly informative and detailed Asakusa is, it just constantly blows me away. But at the end of the day, the girls finally have a finished product where now we see the Robots Club and the girls come up to a mutual agreement. For now, the robot looks cool, but can they keep that highly detailed look good from the beginning of the promotional short up until the end? I guess we'll have to find out in episode 6. But what did you guys think about Keep Your Hands Off the Eizouken? Episode 5, did you like it? Did you hate it? Don't you wish you can do a Hadouken or turn into a Super Saiyan yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. As a matter of fact, let me know what you guys want to become when you watch anime. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more anime content. My name is DJ Miles, and as I always say, to be continued, take care.